Rahim. I'm Karim Bakshabasi, once again speaking for the students of ADE 4th semester. The title of course is Teaching English, and my today's topic is what is required to speak a second language well. A lot of theories have been given about learning a language. Most of the students who have an interest in learning the language are in a trouble that what should we do, where should we go, where to start from. Okay, so wherever they go, they get a different perspective of different teachers of English language. So my today's topic is what is required to speak a second language well. There is not a single thing which can be given as a guideline. There is not a single stepping stone which English learner has to cross and he will be satisfied that this is the only thing which I will know and I will have a mastery over learning a language. There is a ladder for learning a language which we have to step over and which we have to climb over. So for learning a language, there are certain ingredients every learner of language has to follow. Though the first ingredient I am going to share with my students is you need to have a good pronunciation. How you can adopt and learn a good pronunciation until and unless you sit with the person who speaks English language, whose accent is remarkable and whose language is outstanding, who's very much stylish in speaking a language. You join his company, you listen native speakers, you listen their accent, and in this way you have a mastery. Slowly and gradually you have a mastery over the pronunciation of a language. Okay, pronunciation is not an easy task. It is not the work of a day or two. It is not everybody's cup of tea. Most of the students are struggling hard to have a mastery over language and over the pronunciation. But if you listen a common teacher who have not got good accent and good pronunciation, you cannot be good at pronunciation. So join the people, sit with such scholars, sit with such great English speakers, or listen the native speakers of English language, so that you have mastery over the right pronunciation and right accent of English language, so that when you speak, you enjoy speaking English language. Your accent should be appreciated. Okay, and in this way you will feel joy, because just as English speaking is not a fun, but speaking English language with style is a fun, and it gives you a lot of pleasure, and you will never tired out in speaking English language with people anywhere, and it will give you will feel a pride within you, and you will feel a lot of confidence within you, and in this way you can inculcate a lot of confidence within other people. So I was speaking about the pronunciation and accent of English language, and pronunciation and accent can be improved by sitting with those people who have already a mastery over accent and pronunciation, and they are speaking embellished language everywhere. But second point is for speaking English language is vocabulary. Every teacher and every institution are going to teach vocabulary to their students. But again, vocabulary learning is a problem. So all the teachers are giving different tricks and tips for learning vocabulary. But the greatest tip is go through reading. Go through a lot of material of reading. Read novels and poetry and fiction and stories, and keep abreast with updated material. Go through Dawn, so that you will have a lot of vocabulary to speak. And if you are speaking same words again and again, you will make people bore. they will not enjoy listening your language because you are speaking same language. You will not enjoy yourself because you are speaking the language which you have been speaking for long. It will not create joy and fun for yourself and for other people. So try to have a large vocabulary, and vocabulary can be collected with vast reading. You need to be a voracious reader, I should say. Okay, and in this way you have a lot of repetition of the words which you go through dawn, from when you go through dawn and newspaper and magazine and other material. Okay. And some people for learning a language talks about the grammatical rules. To some extent they are right, but not all the time they are right. Sticking to grammatical rules will hinder your speed and fluency. Okay, all the time thinking about grammatical rules, that here I would put this preposition and that preposition and this conjunction and that conjunction, and the setting of the sentences with the subject, verb, object, and you are keeping Sindhi sentences in mind, and then you are translating it into English and then speaking. So in this way, if you are thinking all the time about grammatical rules, this will hinder your speed. So grammar is necessary to some extent, but I have already spoken that grammar should be taught in context of reading, not in isolation. Okay, so learn grammar, but not just grammatical sentences on the board, which thousands of teachers are teaching with this practice, but they have not been successful enough in conveying their message in a right way. So learn grammar, but with a different style and in the context of reading, and through reading get meaningful chunks and speak English language. For learning the language, you need to be social and sociable. Okay, don't sit anywhere in the room all alone and repeating with sentences with yourself that you will learn language. Most of the students do so in beginning. This is good. But when you think that you are confident enough, then go into the public. Okay, talk to your friends, talk to your family members, talk to your teachers, speak them. Okay, and this can be done by only that person who is sociable, who is social, who is outgoing, who is talkative, who goes in the public. He doesn't restrict himself by speaking with one group of students or other group of speaking, but he is speaking everywhere and with everyone, and he doesn't feel shy and coy, and he has a lot of confidence in speaking English language. So for learning a language, you need to be social and sociable. Memory also plays a vital role in learning a language. Most of the people today are in a difficult situation, that we memorize this thing and that thing and we forget easily. Okay, they say that we have a weak memory. So this is no more the matter of a weak memory. This is the matter of a gap in your study. This is the matter of not repeating the things again and again. This is matter of not writing and reading and talking to the people. When all these four skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing, are repeatedly done in intervals, and you have not a huge gap in reading and listening and speaking and writing, then I don't think that you will have a low memory or no memory. You can easily sharpen your memory. So memory plays a vital role in learning a language, and hope you understand that how much important the memory is and how can you develop memory. Learning language means you don't only read words. It requires stylish language. Okay, you need to go through figures of speech. You need to go through idioms. There are a lot of idioms and a lot of books of idioms are available. If we are not going to embellish our language with idioms and phrases and phrasal verbs and proverbs, and not going to make our language beautiful, then again we will not enjoy speaking English language. So when you have a vast reading, then you can embellish your language with idioms, and you can speak with a style, and you can enjoy yourself and create enjoy and fun for the listeners who listen to you. So sometimes you need to tell jokes to the people in English language. Okay, we have a lot of fun when we in our language. Take the example of our Sindhi language, Urdu language. We not all the time speak with same tone, with same accent, with same style, with same words. We want to create fun in Sindhi and Urdu. We have a lot of jokes in Sindhi and Urdu. So learn jokes for learning a language. I am going to share one joke of Nasiruddin when he was standing on the roof of he was standing on the roof and he was repairing his roof. One beggar who was standing downside, he called Nasiruddin. He said, Nasiruddin, please come down. He said, why? He said, please come down, I have something to say. So Nasiruddin came down and he was a beggar. He asked that I need one coin. So Nasiruddin said that you could ask me one coin when I was standing on the roof. So he said that yes, but I need one coin. Please give me one coin. So Nasiruddin said okay. So he climbed over the roof. He was on the roof and he called the beggar to come to the roof. So beggar climbed over the roof. He went there and Nasiruddin said, I'm sorry, I don't have a coin. So beggar said that why didn't you refuse the coin there when you were standing with me? He said, why did you call me downside when I was standing on the roof? So you need to tell jokes to the people to create a fun in the language, and all these things which I have told you about accent and pronunciation and good memory and being social and outgoing and grammatical rules to some extent plays a vital role in learning a language. So if all these things are not going hand in hand, you cannot learn English language. You can have many ideas from the teacher, but we might be fooled by listening just some points. Okay, so hope you understand, follow all these points for learning a language, and you can have a good English tomorrow where you are appreciated by everyone, and you can play a vital role in society for teaching English language too. Thank you very much. If you have any question, send me in written. Please subscribe my channel. You can have more videos. Visit my YouTube link. Thank you.